What of the dream you buried?
The hope you gave up on, the situation everyone called dead, could live again. Imagine standing beside the grave of someone you love. The tears won't stop. The pain feels unbearable. 4 days have passed. The funeral is over. The mourners have gone quiet. And suddenly, Jesus arrives.
Not before the sickness.
Not before the heartbreak, but right when it seemed too late. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful miracles in the entire Bible, the story of Lazarus being raised from the dead. This story is found in John, chapter 11, and it reveals something every believer needs to remember. Jesus is never late, and no situation is too far gone for God. Stay with me until the end, because this story could completely change how you see your current struggle. In a small town called Bethany lived 3 close friends of Jesus: Mary, Martha, and their brother Lazarus. The Bible tells us that Lazarus became very sick. His sisters immediately sent word to Jesus saying, "Lord, the one you love is sick." They believed Jesus would come quickly. After all, he healed strangers. Surely he would rush to help his friend. But something shocking happened. Jesus waited. Not 1 day, not 2 days. He stayed where he was while Lazarus grew weaker and died. Can you imagine how Mary and Martha must have felt? Jesus, where were you? Why didn't you come sooner? Why didn't you stop this? And maybe someone watching today has asked God those same questions. Why didn't you answer my prayer? Why did you allow this pain? Why does heaven feel silent? But God's delays are never God's denials. By the time Jesus finally arrived in Bethany,
Master!
Lazarus had already been dead
here,
for 4
my brother would not have
days.
died.
Martha ran to meet Jesus and said, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." You can hear the heartbreak in her voice. But Jesus looked at her and said, "Your brother will rise again." Martha thought Jesus was talking about eternity, but Jesus made a declaration that shook history forever. "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die." Then Jesus went to the tomb. And here comes one of the shortest yet most powerful verses in the Bible. Jesus wept. Think about that. The Son of God stood before pain, before grief, before death itself, and he wept. This shows us something beautiful. Jesus is not distant from our suffering. He feels our pain. He sees every tear. He cares deeply about what breaks our hearts. Then Jesus gave an unexpected command. "Take away the stone." Martha hesitated. "Lord, by now there is a bad odor. He has been there 4 days." In other words, it's too late. It's already ruined. There's no hope left. But Jesus responded, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God?" The stone was rolled away. Jesus looked toward heaven and prayed loudly so everyone could hear. Then came the moment that changed everything. Jesus cried out with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out!" And suddenly, the man who had been dead walked out of the tomb wrapped in grave clothes. Can you imagine the shock, the screams, the tears, the celebration? Death had to obey the voice of Jesus. And the same God who called Lazarus out of the grave can still call dead things back to life today. Dead dreams, dead faith, dead hope, broken families, broken hearts. Nothing is impossible for God. The story of Lazarus teaches us that even when God seems silent, he is still working. Sometimes Jesus allows situations to reach the impossible, so his power can be revealed in ways we never expected. What looks dead to people is still fully alive in God's hands. So don't give up. Don't stop praying. Don't stop believing, because your story is not over yet. And remember, when Jesus speaks, graves cannot stay closed.
If this video encouraged your faith today,
Subscribe to Show Me Faith TV for more powerful Bible stories, prayers, and Christian motivation. Leave a comment saying, "Jesus still works miracles." Share this with someone who needs hope today. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you abundantly.